Welcome to the Transforming Lives panel, the podcast where inspiration and transformation converge. Each week, we come together to explore the depths of personal growth and life-changing experiences. Come along with us as we deep dive into personal stories. Through intimate conversations, our guests and panel reveal the pivotal moments that have defined their paths, shown their strengths, and formed their passions. We are so happy you are here, and we welcome you to our circle where empathy and empowerment are always at the forefront.
Welcome to another episode of the Transforming Lives panel podcast. I am one of your hosts, Sharmin Prince, and with me is Cheryl, and we have our very first guest. Isn't that ironic?
I'm so excited.
And our very first guest is one of our foundation finalists of the podcast. So we are pretty excited. And as usual, we will start our podcast with a grounding. Over to you, Cheryl.
Yeah, so we just really want to make sure we're present and honoring the time that we're spending here together. If we could just take a couple of deep breaths together, close our eyes, feet on the ground, be able to hear the sounds around you and still allow it to float away. Feel your support on the chair. Put away your to-do list. Put away your menu, put away everything that needs to get done just for a few minutes and just be here with us because this is going to be a really exciting episode. We'll just take one more deep breath and come back and welcome Asha.
Hello.
So welcome, Asha. And for our listeners, I'm just going to read a short bio for Asha so you know who Asha is. Asha is a master hypnotist from Brussels and pursued a career in advertising as a freelance art director. He also managed a team of 8 individuals involved in distributing cannabis and other drugs. His passion for cycling led him to run a bicycle renovation workshop and organize cycling events in Belgium. In 2018, Asha shifted his focus to working with nonprofit organizations to enhance urban living. Okay, Julie, please pause. And we will read, and you can take that out. Asha is a master hypnotist from Brussels and pursued a career in advertising as a freelance art director. He also managed a team of 8 individuals involved in distributing cannabis and other drugs. His passion for cycling led him to run a bicycle renovation workshop and organize cycling events in Belgium. In 2018, Asha shifted his focus to working with nonprofit organizations to enhance urban living. His journey took him to over 10 countries, where he led projects like distributing food to crack addicts in Sao Paulo and establishing a Peruvian chocolate factory. In Ecuador and Colombia, he organized cycling events to aid those affected by the Venezuelan crisis. Today, Asha concentrates on personal development, utilizing art to transmute emotions. Sports have always been integral in his life, and he thrives on connecting with people through communication, art, events, and shared meals. He's evolved into a healer, specialized in hypnosis, self-expression through art, emotional healing, personal growth tools, and performance and entrepreneurship. You can contact Asha on Instagram at the best of Asha, or on his various social media platforms which he'll share with you. And I want to welcome you, Asha, to your former
Thank you.
home.
Thank you for this beautiful welcome and for reading my bio. It's pleasing sometimes to remember all the things I've done.
That's beautiful. What a story. And I remember from when we first met, when we were talking about to all our panelists, and hearing a little bit about your story and how it resonated with me at the time. I'm going to let you tell your story. And how did you get to here? Let's say that. Can we start with that? In your words, how did you get to October 10th?
How do I get? Wow. Well, this is like a crazy question. I mean, the main thing was, I think it's basically coming back to being a human, like growing up in a city and seeing all the noise, all the bullshit that is happening there, and finding that all we want is connect and create things together. I really feel, the word entrepreneur is really like boiling down to being a human being, because we want to do things for others, we want to connect, and we want to give things, we want to create things with our hands or with our hearts, and share it with others. And I think that's really what is bringing me here to this day, is that before I was creating solutions because I wanted to help people, but then I realized that the core, the start of everything started in the mind. So I was like, if I can create bikes, I can make good food and stuff, but if people don't think right, they will never be using these things, they will never use the solutions that I'm offering. So I realized that for myself and for others, the best thing I could do was to become a health coach and focus on hypnosis, because that's one of the things that whoever you are, whatever problems you have, you can always go into hypnosis because it's close to sleep. And I was at some points where physical activity was very hard, because for more than 10 years of my life, I was a cocaine addict, and recovering from that was very difficult. And one of the biggest difficulty was to be physically active, because when you consume so much drugs, your body is just suffering. So being asleep and being in my bed was one of the easiest thing I could do, but I also wanted to transform my life. I didn't want it to just be passive. So hypnosis showed me that even if you don't feel like you can move or do anything, you can always transform your mind. And then by doing this, you'll be able to slowly move out of your position and get everywhere, and everybody can do it.
So when you say hypnosis, it comes back to me to the people on stage where you pay $20 and they make you act like a chicken, or so I want to know, for our listeners, explain the definition for us, what hypnosis is in the format that you share it.
Okay, so well, it's very close to what these people are doing, like what stage hypnosis is. Stage hypnosis is just one part of the hypnosis I'm doing. So in the work I do, there is the hypnosis part and there's the trance part. What we do, hypnotists, we take people into trance. So hypnosis is something that people will experience on a daily basis when they're reading, when they're watching a movie or listening to someone. They're hypnotized by the person. And sometimes when we listen to a friend, we're like, oh, you're hypnotizing me. What you're saying is so amazing. And that's true, because being in hypnosis is a state of focus that is very, very laser-like, and you just forget about all the rest. And that's what we do. We ask people to focus on our voice so they forget about the rest. And with our words, we are directing the people towards different parts of their body or their brain. And that's where we can get people to enter into trance. And trance is a state where we start disconnecting parts of the brain from the body. So you have more energy into your memory, into your emotions, and you can start reshaping your life when you're in trance. And hypnosis is not the only way to get into trance. Some shamans will dance around the fire for hours and then start having a trance. Or some people will just be driving a bike and they just forget about everything and then crash into a car. So there are many ways to enter into a trance state. It's very often when you have a repetitive rhythm or something that just gets you out of all your troubles. And when you are in this trance state, the plasticity of your brain is very high, so it's very easy to transform the patterns of thinking. The way I explain it in an image is that your brain is like a fabric. And when the fabric is tight, it's very hard to change the colors and to weave in a new thread. But then when you're putting yourself into trance, it's like you just allowing the fabric to be more soft, and you can weave in a new thread, like adding a new kind of thoughts, which when you wake up, you start thinking differently. And when you think differently, you act differently, then you behave differently, and then your life is different.
So can I ask you, what's the difference between meditation and hypnosis?
Meditation is about directing your focus somewhere. So you can focus on your breath. You can meditate on an idea. You can meditate on the food you're cooking. Meditation is more being aware and putting your awareness somewhere. You can meditate on the sensation in your belly. You can meditate on the sensation in your food. You can meditate on the colors of the light. It's a way to use your focus and put your awareness somewhere. Hypnosis is really this sharpness of laser focus of your focus and awareness. Is really like with the moment when you kind of like losing everything, it's disappearing.
Interesting. You're on mute, Julie. Julie's our editor, so whenever we say Julie, it means she's going to come in and cut out what we're talking about.
Okay.
Okay.
What can one expect? Let's say for me, I have never done hypnosis, and what can one expect if they do get into that trance state?
Yeah. So, well, what you can expect will depend on what you want, because when we start a session of hypnosis, we ask the person, what do you want to experience? What kind of experience do you want? Do you want to experience yourself when you were a kid, or do you want to experience yourself in 30 years from now? Or just do you want to feel better right now? You know, you can experience different kind of things. So one of the things that people can expect generally is a state of well-being, because we're going to disconnect you from all your worries and all the problems to put you into a blank state where you're more neutral. You know, if you're stressed on a daily basis, or if you have like anxiety or worries, when you start to enter into a trance, you will kind of land in a place where nothing happens, where there is peace. And that is something that you can expect. Then from that place is like a blank canvas. You can start drawing whatever you want. You can draw memories, or you can draw the future, or you can even change the way you are right now based on how you were in the past and decide, okay, I want to take a new route. So there is a lot of things you can expect. But generally speaking, with the therapist that you are with will allow you to know what's going to happen, and also trusting what you want to see. I would really want to say that you can expect anything, but remember that what you're going to get is what you're asking for. So if you ask, I want to feel like I'm driving a Ferrari, you're going to drive a Ferrari in your dreams. It's literally you're entering the world of your dreams with the control you have when you're driving a car. So you can do whatever you want. You can go wherever you want. You can raise the temperature of your body and start sweating. Like your physical body can start sweating even though the temperature of the room doesn't change. You have full control of what's happening in your brain and in your body when you're inside of hypnosis. And that's also the best way to learn how to control. Like athletes, sports players, they use hypnosis to increase by 10 times their ability where they're playing in life.
For someone like me, Asha, who find it very difficult to let go of control. I think I had some anxiety before this, just thinking, because we spoke about the hypnosis, and I'm like, that's giving someone total control, and I don't know if I can handle that. How do you speak to someone like me who might be listening, who hypnosis could be beneficial to us, but the fear of giving up control to someone, especially someone that you may not know. This is the first time I'm meeting my therapist, or I've been seeing this therapist for a month, and now I'm giving them total control.
So, well, the thing is that I'm not taking control of your brain, because I cannot physically enter in your brain and put my hand there and just like play with it. What I'm doing is simply I'm guiding you. I'm guiding you into learning how you can control. And in order to guide you, you will kind of like let go some of the control. For example, if I want to show you how to go to the supermarket and you've never been there, I will give you instructions on how to get there, and you will follow these instructions. So that's the amount of control I'm taking over you, is I'm giving you instruction and you have the right or not to reject them. And if you feel trusting me, you will follow this instruction, because you will see that at the red light, you need to stop, and then you can cross, turn the right, and then you'll get to the supermarket. And that's what I'm doing. Then afterwards, you know how to get there if you remember the way. Whatever you remember, you can do. Whatever you do is something you can remember. If you speak a word, it's because you remember the word. If you cook a meal, it's because you remember. So I'm teaching you how to remember to have control, because strong emotions like fear, anxiety are taking control over you. And with hypnosis, you remember that you are the one in control, not the emotion. So I'm just teaching you how to get control.
So this is an experience that you do with your clients.
Yeah.
And it's not something that they always have to go to you for. Eventually, you are teaching them how to be able to just do it at home.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, most of the people I'm working with regularly, I help them to go instantly into trance, because usually it takes like 10 to 20 minutes for a regular person to shift from one state to the other. Someone that's very, very stressed could be taking more time, but on average, 10 to 20 minutes, I get people from being very anxious to very flat, like you can just take their arm and it's very soft. And I get them to create a comment, like a word, like sleep. Some stage hypnosis will use the word sleep, so they can get the people in one moment to fall asleep, so they can do it again quickly. Just close your eyes, think about the word, would be a special word usually, so they just can fall asleep very quickly, and then we start doing the thing. And for the people I'm working regularly, I get them to land in a place that I call the control center. So they arrive in a room they create in their mind, and from there they can decide what they want to do in their self-hypnosis.
So tell me, can you give us a couple of examples of transformations you've seen with clients in your practice? Just so that our audience can kind of see the start, the middle, the end, like what they can look forward to with this process.
Like it's really like it can go really from a wide range. I mean, the best thing that I really love doing is to help people to release muscle tensions, and I have one that I put it on YouTube to allow you to learn how to let go of all the tension in your muscles. And some people might say, oh, I'm always tense, I have this back pain for 20 years. But I'm like, when you're sleeping, do you feel back pain? No, because your brain is off, so all your body is limp. And that what we're doing we're just remembering how does your body get limp when you sleep. So that's one thing we can do, is just teach you how to get your body limp so you can just release the tension in your muscles. Other things I had this guy who didn't sleep for like 4 months. He was very stressed entrepreneur. And I had one session with him, and then he just sent me a message. I slept like a baby for 9 hours. So, these kind of things, very simple daily things that you can have. On the other hand, I had someone who was smoking, like hardcore smoker, and spent the afternoon with him. We did a session, and then 5 hours later, he just looked at me like, I didn't want even to smoke in 5 hours. He's using to vape, these electronic cigarettes. People are just vaping on them like so much. It's not like a real cigarette. A real cigarette, you would smoke it and then wait an hour or have a break, whatever. They're just vaping this thing. And he was like, oh my God, I didn't do it. So, these are like common things. And then there are other things where if you really want to have this laser focus and you have like ADHD, you cannot have laser pap. You just have some things that we call commands, where you just take a position with your fingers to raise your confidence. Like, this is the position I use. I've installed myself this feeling of confidence when I'm doing this. So whenever I know I'm stressed or have something, I just do this for a few minutes. I work with that, and then I feel more confident. Because I remember, I just get myself to remember, I know that when I do that, I remember how it was to be confident. And then you can increase that feeling of confidence 10 times. So whatever the best confidence you have, you can increase it. And then just like, oh, wow, how would it feel if I was 10 times more confident in every situation? And you can do it. Because whatever you can imagine, remember, you can do it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
You said ADHD, and Sharmin started laughing because she knows me. She knows me. I got the meds. I got the T-shirt.
I was diagnosed with ADHD, and I had like, that was the time I was taking cocaine and smoking weed all the time. And I was in this moment, I was like, I'm taking too much drugs, I need to stop. And then I wanted to see a psychiatrist, and I was like, oh, you have ADHD, you're not a drug addict, you have ADHD, take these pills. And I was like, I know these pills, I already took them because they're fun. And I was like, I don't want that. I don't want drugs anymore. My body is not responding to that anymore. Like, it's been 10 years I've been taking any kind of pills I could just to be functioning. And now it's been 7 years. I'm like off drugs. I avoid everything that is making me too excited. I just, I know how to bring all the emotions when I need them. That's the true freedom. And if I want to have drugs, I can. But I will be way higher than most people.
Wow.
That's you know what? Why not? Let's try. Let me be your client.
Yeah, sure. What do you wanna change in your life?
Want to be more relaxed.
More relaxed. Okay. Okay, cool. You want to start now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to start with one simple question. What is the level of relaxation that you're feeling right now? Can you give me a number from like 1 to 10?
1 being low, 10 being the highest.
Yeah.
8.5.
8.5. That's pretty relaxed.
No. Oh, sorry. Reverse.
Okay.
2.5.
2.5. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty tense.
Yeah. Tense.
Okay, so just let's take a deep breath first. Okay. And let's go of that. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put you into trance and find a way how to just let go. How does your body knows to let go? And You know, like sometimes we ask ourselves, how can I be more relaxed? What can I do to be more relaxed? But actually, you don't have to do anything to be more relaxed, because when you're going to sleep, what's happening there? You just lie down in your bed and decide, I'm gonna sleep now, right? Maybe you have a lot of thoughts that need to be processed, and that's normal because, you know, we have so many things that we're doing during the day. And at one point we need to process all this information, and all this information is coming. I just love this comparison of saying like everything that's happening in your day is like someone bringing you a book, and your brain is a library. And everything, you're watching a movie, you're receiving a text message, is like a new book that is being put there on the counter. And at the end of the day, you have all these books, and you need to order them in the library. So whenever someone is asking you something, you need to know where the information is. So that's why we do meditation in the morning and in the evening, so we can order all that information in the brain so we can access it, because the brain is like a giant library, and that giant library is called experience, right? And so what's happening is when we have all this information, we need to process them before being able to use them. And if you don't process them, we have anxiety, we have that stress, we're like, oh, something is still there in my mind. Okay, so now I want to make a very simple exercise to see if it's possible to hypnotize you right now. Okay, Sharmin, can you open your eyes right now? Okay, look at me now. Okay, now I want you to close your eyes and to relax your eyelids. You relax them so much that you can't open them. And when you realize they're so relaxed you can't open them, I want you to test them and try as hard as you can to open them. But first, relax them so much that you might fall asleep, okay? And when you feel like they're so relaxed you can't open them, test them. Okay, looks like you can't open them anymore. Right, okay. So now, see, that was very easy. You just decided that you can't open your eyes and you can't not. So now, just allow yourself to open them. Okay, that works. Okay, good. So now close them again. And just go back to that relaxation, that just relaxing your eyes until the point you can't open them. And when you realize you can't open them anymore, just allow that relaxation to spread on your face, then spread on your skull, all your head, and then your neck, and then your shoulders, and then your arms. And then you can relax your hands, and then you can relax your chest, your upper back, and slowly relax even more your lower back and your belly. And then you can relax your hips and your thighs, but just keep enough presence so you don't fall and you stay in your chair, and just allow any kind of emotions that are coming up to be there, because it's normal. If there is resistance, allow it as well. And just allow the relaxation to spread in your legs, into your feet. And when you feel like that the relaxation has spread from your eyelids into your toes, you can say, I'm relaxed. So we know it, okay? That's good, that's right, that's very beautiful. Okay, I want you now to feel yourself going down into a deeper state of trance, deeper than ever before. And remember that as deep as you will go, you will always be safe, because my voice will be there to guide you and to keep you safe. And before anything happens, I want you to know that my role here is to make the best for you to have the best experience. And I promise that everything I will say is there for your well-being. And if I'm saying something that doesn't feel like it's gonna bring you more well-being, you can just reject it. As simply as this is, okay? So if you understand that, you can say yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. How do you feel now?
Okay.
You feel okay? Can you give me on a number of 1 to 10?
6.
Wow, that's a huge. We doubled the amount of relaxation just by wanting it. That's great, no? And that's right. So now, what about we double it again? We go to 6 to 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just breathe in slowly. No, allow yourself to melt. Allow your heart to open. Just shift your awareness from your mind and bring it down, bring it into your heart. Just beautifully in the center of your chest, there is your heart chakra, and there is a connection to divine infinite love. And just really drop into there. And whenever you're there, whenever you feel that you're there, just let me know, okay? Okay. I want you to imagine giant gates, the gates of your heart. They're so beautiful. They're magnificent. Feels like you're in front of the gates of heaven, right? And I want you to open them and feel welcomed inside of the kingdom of your heart. I would say queendom of your heart. And just let yourself be inspired by the beauty of this place. And whenever you feel you're ready, step inside of your heart and then start seeing and witnessing the beauty that is within yourself. And take all the time you need, step by step, enter inside of your heart and feel how much love there is there. And if there is anything that doesn't feel like love inside of your heart, push it away. Get it to leave. Because your heart is a place for love. And so if there is something that's not love, why allow it? That's right. That's what you want. That's beautiful. So enjoy it. And now connect your whole body. Feel that your heart is the center of your being. And from that center, you can send love to all the parts of your being, to your arms, so you can give love to others, to your mouth, so you can say love to others, to your nose, so you can smell love, to your eyes, so you can see love. That's right, go on. To your brain, so you can think love. To your cheeks, so you can smile love. To your ears, so you can listen to love. That's good. Now, take all the parts of your body and remember that you can bring so much more love to each. That's right. Feel it. Take it within yourself. And now, use that energy, use the energy of love to push away anything that is weighing you down. Use that energy to make yourself feel good because you deserve it. Yes, before you were born, everything you wanted was given to you. And for some reason, some people made you believe you didn't have the right to have it. And you took these beliefs as the truth. But now, today, that you're feeling love, and love is only truth. There is no lies in love, because love is pure. You can feel and recognize what is not love in your body, in your life, in your mind. So let it melt fast. Let it melt. Let it go away from your life. And breathing the taste of love, because you know its flavor. Now you know what it is. Bring that feeling to your mind. Maybe a compass in every day. So every day you know what decision, what action to take. You know what to do. And soak yourself with that energy. Soak yourself with that purity. And allow this process to be working, whether you know it or not, because might be a lot of memories, a lot of emotion that you need to clear out, and we might not have the time to do it now, but know that your soul is connected to that energy, and whatever happens in your day or night, this work will be processing until it's completed. And trust your heart to do it, because your heart is beating whether you think about it or not. So trust your heart to clear your energetical space. Trust your heart to do it, because you showed it how to do it. You allowed it how to do it. So from now and every day until the end of your life, as long as you wish it for, every time you will close your eyes and think about love, you will feel that divinity inside of you. You will feel the purity that is inside of you. That's right. That's good. And that's what you want. And that's why we're here. And it's happening. And it's the truth. It is real. Yes. It's not just a dream. That's right. So now anchor yourself in that feeling. And know that whenever you want to go back to that feeling, you can choose to think about it, and it will happen. Because in a moment, not quite yet, but in a moment, I will ask you to come back. But before you come back, I want to make sure that you know how to remember what love is. So Sharmin, if you know what love is, say yes.
Yes.
Can you remember how to feel love?
Yes.
Okay, so now come back. Open your eyes and take your time. Come back to me. Beautiful. That is amazing. How do you feel?
I want to sleep.
That's normal. We got you high on all the love chemicals possible. Look at her face.
Now I'm jealous. Now I'm going to YouTube.
Well, this is why I love this work, because when I get people, I mean, people who are watching this, you can go back to the beginning of the video, and after you will see her face. The facial expression of people I'm putting into trance is just like this. People can tell me it's not working. I can see on their face it's working. So, I mean, usually there's no one who tell me it's not working, because people feel so good afterwards. It's like, wow. So yeah, it's just so efficient. That's why. And someone who is paralyzed could be doing that. I could hypnotize someone who is in a hospital bed, who has cancer, who cannot move, and I'm like, this is a solution that is so amazing that I want everybody to know it, because you can have a 9 to 5 and be working your ass off, coming back home, having to go get your kids, and you just need 20 minutes before going to sleep to make it happen. So, this is the beauty of this work here that I want to share with people.
Asha, what was surprising is that I told you I wanted to relax.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you took me on that love experience.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I was like, okay, why this? How is this going to relax me? But like when you said you're at the gates of your heart. I mean, that it's like I stood there for a while because it was real to me.
Yeah.
You know, that I am at the gate of my heart and I am about to step into my heart in this place of love. It's not something I've ever even thought of. And to know that from relaxation to love and it achieved the purpose is mind-blowing.
Yeah. Well, so the first thing I want to say is that I listen to what people, but the mind has an idea of what they want, but the heart knows more what it really needs. So for example, some people, they want to feel love and they believe that a Ferrari and a big house will be love, but that's because their mind is saying, oh, you need that because you're missing that. Actually, maybe they just need connection. And so what I do is that I have a superpower of being able to connect to the energy field of people. So I connected to your energy field, and when you were in trance, I knew that what you needed is to open your heart, because you've been like taking out so much in your life that you close your heart, because that's what we do when we suffer a lot. We close our heart. And one of the first thing we need to do is to open the heart, because the heart has so much love, and love just wants to heal. Love just wants peace. Love just wants the best for us. So once you open your heart, the heart is going to be like, okay, we need to clear up that mess. There is no tension, no stress, no disease that can be here. When we open the heart, everything is just better. We can heal people just with the power of love. So yeah, I brought you into doing that, and spreading love inside of in your body and your mind and all your senses. So bringing the love inside of your senses, so you can realize that there is love, because the mind has this power of focusing on things, and if we have too much negative things, the mind will focus on negative, and we will miss out onto the positive because we don't look at it. If I'm asking you to look around and see all the things that are red, you will see everything that's red, but you won't see anything that's green. So if you want to see love, you need to focus on love. So that's why I was like, okay, put the love in your mouth, put the love in your eyes, put love in your ears, in your nose, and in your smile, so you can have that experience on a daily basis and see it outside of yourself. Because if love is inside of you, that's right, that's very good. But seeing outside of yourself, that's also bringing connection.
And I'm going to point out, so when you started, I even closed my eyes for a minute because your voice is just so chill. And I made myself not go down that path because I wanted to experience from this side.
Yeah.
And there's another layer to this, Sharmin, is you had to let go of your ego because you're on screen. So it's not you and Asha in a room, right? So you had to somehow get through that layer that isn't always there, but you had to get through that layer of, okay, I have to get to the point. So your courage and vulnerability are to be applauded, Sharmin, for doing this, because you are on screen. So I'm watching, but there's going to be more people listening and watching. So the fact that you got through that, you put the ego away so quickly and just went, whew, I was like, wow, this is wow. It was a really interesting experience to see on this side.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very beautiful. It was also very beautiful for me to see you shift and how you surrender to it, because you are in 2.5, which is a very low level of relaxation. People usually are level 6, and it's something hard, and you wanted to feel good.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a reason it's written embrace, inspire, and empower behind you.
Thank you. What an experience.
My pleasure. As I say, my mission is to share the simplicity and the efficiency in the application of hypnosis, because it is simple, as you could see. I didn't do anything hard. I just said words with my voice, Sharmin listened to them. It was very simple. Then it was very efficient because she started smiling afterwards, and she really came out. And there was applications, you know, like for stress, for whatever you want to do in your life. If you have like trouble in your relationship, you can do as well with that.
I just love your energy. You're such a gift, Asha. We knew that from the first time we met 6 months ago or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know, you just feel you feel people's energy, and you feel like you were so honest in your journey about your addictions and ADHD at the very beginning, that it was just such a beautiful connection. So I'm really grateful for your energy here, and your desire to share it, not just with us, but with everyone listening. I think it's such a gift.
My pleasure. You know, I had difficulty before sharing, but then when I realized that what helped me, you know, when I was on my journey of recovery, I was listening. At the time, at the one point, I was working in a hostel and I was making beds, and I had my phone with YouTube, and I was making the beds every morning. And I was listening to videos on YouTube, and I was like, one day I will be that guy on the podcast sharing things, because I was like, I need to pass the flame to the next person, you know, and I am that person right now having the flame in my hand, and I will pass it to the next person, and that's how it works. You know, we need to do it at one point.
Can I ask you, do you do hypnosis experiences with current addicts or recovering addicts?
For the moment, I don't work with addicts. No, I'm focused on people who are mostly entrepreneurs and people in the world of energy. But yeah, many. I love performance. I love being. This is my thing right now. I really love performance. I work a lot of people having traumas. But yeah, my niche right now is really entrepreneurs. I might start working again with drug addicts, but that was something I did in the past when I was really into that. I really feel like I want to be part of like one of the cogs and gearings of the world of transformation, and be part of that and helping these people to empower other people.
That's very cool. So your drive right now is entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Okay, we want to make sure that message is clear for sure. That's amazing. I think I'm gonna have to call you.
Sure, no worries.
Great. This is great.
Yeah.
So tell us, where can we find you? Direct us to resources. We'll put them all in the show notes.
Yeah, well, so I have Instagram account. It's called The Best of Asha. I'm not very active there, but if you want to send me a DM, I will surely answer. I have a Facebook where I'm more active. It's Asha Power Hope, and I have a YouTube channel, and it's Asha Hope as well. But I think it's harder to find my YouTube because I'm just posting video there as a way of sharing them with the people I'm chatting on in Messenger. So the best way would be either Instagram or Facebook. And from there, I will send you any kind of links so you can try out the hypnosis. I created one for people who want to improve themselves every day, so they can sleep every night and then program their subconscious. Every time they go to sleep, they have one trauma less in the morning. You know, there's like a lot of things I've created that already can help people. You know, like 20 minutes a day, if you put something, you can make, you know, like people don't believe in overnight success. And I disagree with them, because hypnosis is the thing that will get you overnight success. You know, I've been doing some stuff like for years. I was not able to do them. I was like, I've done it, and then I just do one hypnosis, 20 minutes. The next morning I wake up and I'm like, I can do it now.
So are these on YouTube?
These are on YouTube. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
creating a new series now. I have a friend who has a studio, so I'm going there. I'm recording very good to sound quality, and I'm just uploading there. I've done one for full body relaxation. I have one for a different, like for stability, for fear, anxiety, all the common things, finances as well. So you can find already a good deal of them there, and I will send you the links if you want.
Yeah.
And afterwards, if you have something more specific, more targeted, we can have a one-on-one session. sometimes I do group session online, but I stopped doing that because it's a lot of work. I mean, if I have like 5-10 people wanting to have a group session, I can also do that.
Okay.
Sharmin, anything?
No.
She's asleep.
She's feeling good. Now she's gonna be on this love. She's on a honeymoon phase with herself.
I love it.
It's gonna take a few days.
I hope it takes a few weeks.
Well, you know, like every time you will be able to close your eyes and think about that, it will emerge. And the
Okay.
more you do it, like during the day, you can put an alarm. And every few hours, you can just close your eyes and anchor that feeling. Because the more you're doing, the more you remember, the more you're going to strengthen that ability. And the more you will able to be doing it, and the more you will be able to give it to others.
Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much, Asha.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So grateful. Our first guest was just a rock star. I love it. And to our listeners, thank you for joining us. We'll put in the show notes where to find Asha and all his wonderful work. And thank you again for listening, and share, subscribe, download, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Have a wonderful
Thank you so much for joining us today on Transforming Lives Panel Podcast. We hope that you received some nuggets of wisdom and seeds to plant along your journey of transformation. If you enjoyed what you heard today, we encourage you to let us know and to share us with those that matter in your life. If you would like to connect with anyone from the panel or our guest speaker, you can find all of the ways to connect in our show notes. We have so much gratitude for you, and we are so thankful to be a part of your day. Until next time, take great care.